Hi, this is Jenny Oya with Nuggets and Things. Today we want to talk about making adjustments along the way. Many times in our life, we must look at making adjustments. How can I change the outcome of this situation, of this problem? Whatever it may be you may be dealing with at that particular time, you might need to just make some, minor adjustments or big adjustments. You have control of that gauge, right? To be able to go up or down. I was sharing, I think, the other day with someone. I told them, I was in a situation where someone had came to me, who I considered a friend, and this friend, you know, um, she had came to me to tell me about something that somebody was saying about me. It was untrue and it was negative. But she kept talking to me about what this person was saying. And I'm like, okay, so what did you say in my defense? Because you're supposed to know me. You're supposed to love me. So I expect you, because I'm not there to defend myself or to stand up for what was right. I expect you who love me, who say that that you got my back, you my girl, whatever it may be, that I expect you, to step in. But if a person had an opportunity to sit at your table and talk about me freely for not just a half a tick, but for an ongoing conversation that may have lasted 10 minutes to 30 minutes long, I'm now questioning you. I'm questioning your friendship. I'm questioning your loyalty. And I'm questioning, so what were you saying while they were, pouring into you things that you knew was not true about me, or you should have known? You cannot be close to me. And I mean, because I don't bring everybody in my circle. So if I brought you in my circle, you had an opportunity to know me on a different level than most people do. You get to know my ins and outs. You know my weaknesses and my strengths. You know my good and my bad. You know my perfections and my imperfections. You know all that about me because I brought you in and I became transparent to you. So when this person began to speak to you in a way that was totally against what you should have known about me by now, what did you say to shut them down? What did you say to correct them? What did you say to say, no, that's not true? Or, look, she's not here. That's my girl. She's not here. And I'm not going to let you talk about her like that. When that doesn't happen, and I listen to you talk, and I listen to you talk, and I listen to you talk. And not one time did I hear you say, and I told them, that's not true. That's not who she is. And you cannot talk about her like that because that's my girl. Not one time I heard you say that. So at that point, when you finished telling me about this little rendezvous you had with some quote unquote person who was talking badly about me, and you never ever defended me, stood up for me, or told them to let it go because you and I are in a relationship, a kinship, a friendship, a sisterhood, then I began to make adjustments because that told me something about you. That told me you was not the friend who I thought you was, because I value friendship and I value relationships to the point. If I am in relationship with you as my sister, as my friend, as my man, or whatever, my loyalty goes deep. Any and everybody can come and talk to me about somebody I love, period, point blank. And if someone tries to come to me about someone who I love, I'm going to use my sister for an example. I got a sister, younger sister. I got several, but her and I have a different kind of relationship. We like sister friends, soul ships. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Our relationship was so close we could dream the same dream. That's how our relationship is. Anyway, now somebody sits down at my table. And my table, I'm not talking about a natural table. I'm talking about in my circle. in my world, in my atmosphere, at my time, and begin to talk to me about my sister who I love. Oh no, that's a whole new me you getting ready to see. A whole new me. First of all, I don't want you to get comfortable talking to me about somebody I love. That's one. Number two, whatever you got to say about her, you should have been addressing her with that. But that may not be cool for you either. Because, we had the kind of relationship in school, and I still stand there now. You don't mess with my sister. You don't mess with my sister. That you don't do. You got a problem with her, so what? Deal with it. But you don't mess with my sister. Because now, it's like a twinship thing going on. When you mess with my sister, you have messed with me. And that's how I've always been about my sister. Now, so when I meet people that I choose, that given word, I choose to bring into my life and allow them to get a part of me, to see a part of me that I don't let everybody see. The world would never know that part of me, and I let you come in and see that part of me. They call it, you get naked before somebody. And naked, we're not talking about natural. We're talking about spiritually naked before somebody. It means you are revealing who you are. You're being transparent. You're saying, this is who I am, right? You opening up, layers of you to let somebody in and say, wow, I didn't know. But now you know. So now you know my strengths and my weaknesses. So now if you know I'm weak in an area, your job is to protect me in an area, because now we have relationship. We got the kinship, a soulship, whatever kind of ship you want to call it. We're in a place now that's different than everybody else that's in my world. Now once you tell me we're there, because see, when I come into your life and you tell me, hey, sis, sugar, whatever you want to call me, that's appropriate. Right? When you tell me we are now in this kind of relationship, I got your back. I'm going to stand with you. They say when things get rough, I'm not the one to say, what's going on, what's going down. I'm saying you need me to bring a shovel, what you need me to do, because, that ain't cool, right? And I'm talking spiritual, y'all. I ain't talking about going, post or anything like that. I'm just talking about, I'm going to stand with you. That's loyalty. And I take loyalty serious, right? And when you show me, when somebody shows you they're not loyal to you, that they don't stand in the same place that you stand at, and they will, just kind of dump you at any given moment, turn you in, betray you, and ain't nothing worse than betrayal to me. Betrayal to me, there ain't no coming back from that. That's for me. Ain't no coming back, for being, from betraying me. Once you betray me, ain't no coming back from that. You know what I mean? I will speak to you every day. I might even give you a hug. But that has been adjusted. The relationship has been cut, and you no longer have the position you had in my life. You will never, ever get a chance to do that twice. Betrayal, I'm telling you. That's me. Now you might have something else, that you stand firm on. What I'm trying to say to you, that in your life, there are things in your life that you must look at sometime and make some adjustments of people, places, or things. If that place, every time you go there, you have a problem, there's a situation that arises from that, then that place and you are not meeting. That's something that's going on there. Make your adjustments. I make adjustments all the time. Right? If I go to a restaurant and I'm expecting my meal to be exactly what I ordered, that's why I don't go to them. Very seldom I ever go out, because I love to cook. And so I know what my food going to taste like when I cook at home. But nonetheless, if I go there and what I get is not what I ordered, and then the attitude in which you come to me is not in line with what I feel as though should have happened, I make my adjustments. We ain't got to argue 10 to 15 minutes. I just make while I'm sitting there talking to you, I'm adjusting things right then. While you in conversation, things have been adjusted. You know, a friend of mine told me one day, they had said something. I forgot what it was. And whatever it was they had said, I said, whoa, where'd it come from? Well, I'm just telling you, yada, 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 yada. I said, okay, cool. I said, go ahead. I'm sorry. You keep on talking. Keep on talking. I need you to, get that off your chest. I want you to be free. Express yourself. Go for it. Yeah, because dot. I said, okay, okay. And while they're talking, I'm adjusting my meter. Okay. Well, I didn't see that before. Yeah, I'm adjusting some more. And they finished talking. Well, so, you don't understand what I'm saying. I said, sure, I understand. Look, I call myself a little bit intelligent. So I understood everything you said to me. And that I did, it would never happen twice. Because I heard what you said to me. And first of all, allow me to apologize that you feel that way and you thought that way. So I'm apologizing for that because I never want you to ever feel that, because I'm never trying to give you that kind of energy. So let me apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. I didn't mean for you to feel that way. Second of all, what you said to me, I heard. It was in a wrong context in which you heard me, but I understand from where you come from. Affected today, this very second, I made my adjustments. What did that mean? I said, just like I said, I made my adjustments. That would never happen twice. You would never have to repeat that to me again because I heard you loud and clear. And I made my adjustments. Now that could go two ways. It could go to a positive or it could go to a negative, but I made some adjustments. And in our lives, when things abrupt your life, people come in and begin to, try to change what or who you are, or try to make you feel less than who you are. They battling with your spiritual life and trying to tell you what you can and cannot do with your spiritual life, your beliefs, your heart, whatever it may be. Now, you can sit back there, relax and say, okay, it's cool, everything's cool. Or you can say, okay. Well, I didn't know you felt that way about me, but I'm glad you now tell me and reveal to me how you really feel. Allow me to make some adjustments. Give me one tick. Let me make this adjustment, because that won't happen twice. I had someone to apologize to me one time. And, I tell my stories because a lot of times when you start talking, people, take offense. Oh, she's talking about me. And I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about me. See, I can talk about me and you can't get mad with me when I'm talking about me. But if the story or if the situation, you can relate to, hey, then I helped you along the way. But I'm talking about me, right? I had someone call me on the phone one day to apologize to me for something they'd done years back. And I said, oh, you don't have to apologize. I said, yeah, I do, because, you're really a good person, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm just sorry, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. All right, let me first say this. I accept your apology, okay? So I want you to be free. Don't feel as though that you got me on riding your back about something you did years ago, because I'm not. Next, I want you to know this. What you did and how you did it was a beautiful lesson for me. What you did, I never knew people could do something like that. But you showed me something. So you taught me something. You taught me something that I needed to know, that which you did will never happen to me twice. I thank you for being a teacher. So in all, you really blessed me. So the apology that you gave, it's accepted, but it wasn't necessary because I made adjustments after you. I turned my life around. I turned it around and I began to see things differently. And then I marked people differently because you showed me something. You showed me people could do this and having a smile on their face and nothing about them is genuine. So let me tell you something. I said, you don't owe me an apology because you blessed me. I said, truly, I want to tell you thank you. Thank you for being who you were, did what you did, so I can learn my lesson that nobody would ever do that again to me. So thank you. And trust me, it happened years ago and I made my adjustments. I'm good. I made adjustments in my life, not so much towards you, because once I knew, I'm turning that meter. But I made adjustments in my life that I wouldn't put myself in an open forum like that again, that anyone could come in and do the things that happened to me, right? And that's all life is about. Life is about learning lessons. And when people teach you well, good gracious, honey, there's some people who can teach you well. When they teach you well, take that lesson, learn it, and adjust accordingly, because adjustments are necessary in your life. If you don't think you have to adjust with things coming in your life, honey, contraire, and I just, ain't nothing I can say to you from that. Meeting people and going to places should always make you adjust. Sometimes you adjust to a higher notch, right? Because you're going to a higher level. You're meeting people you've never met before. You're able to do things you've never done before. You're able to be in places you've never been before. That right there is an awesome adjustment, because now you have adjusted your life to realize you ain't got to stay at the bottom of the totem pole no more. Now you can rise to another level because now you think different about yourself. You realize now that you don't have to think what people say about you. You can be greater and better. And then once you step into that arena, honey, refuse to come down, refuse to cut out. You are now where you're supposed to be. And stay there. Learn your lessons. Be teachable. Be receivable. And then give accordingly. Because at some point, you got to turn that notch up a little bit more. Sometimes the heat is turned up on you to cause you to move, because you ain't moving fast enough. You done got comfortable where you are, and where you are is not where you're supposed to stay. It is a temporary dwelling, a temporary place you need to be, so you can learn some lessons to do the things you need to do and to get you where you need to be. Now, once that adjustment has been made and you have turned your notch up a little bit and realize your value, realize who and what you really are, what you can do, then you refuse to be in a place that you no longer, fit. When you have outgrown that pot that they had you in. You have outgrown the area in which you have been in. You have outgrown, that mindset you had that you couldn't do this, you can't do that, you can't be here, you cannot, evolve into a different arena. Oh no, honey. Once you have changed that, turn that notch up a little bit. Adjust accordingly. Now, that place where you was at, you could dress like that, you could look like this, you could talk like this, you could be like that. But now when you adjust your meter, and you realize you've gone to a different place, in a higher place, around a group of people, doing a different thing, now you must adjust accordingly. Some events that you go to, you can dress casual. Some events you go to, you can wear your jeans and t-shirt. Some events you need to get formal. And you need to know how to adjust yourself accordingly, because you can be all of those, right? You can put on your 3-piece suit if you need to, because the people you're about to meet, they don't want you in no jeans and t-shirt. They want you to look like you're qualified for where they're trying to get you to go. Period, point blank. And then sometimes when you go, you can be a little laid back. You know what I mean? Just kind of chill mode. Have some flip-flops on. Everybody's chilling, just laying back. And then, hey, you adjust to that too. But in your life, you must learn when, where, how, and who to adjust. Who to adjust to, where to adjust at, when you need to adjust, and how you need to adjust. That situation, that person, that place, that thing needs an adjustment. Whether you're going to turn it up or you're going to turn it down, there's an adjustment that needs to be made. Never be afraid to make an adjustment, because your life depends on it. Where your goals, your expectations, your love, your desires, your point of contact, because there's people you're going to meet and people you need to meet, and you can't meet them if you're afraid to adjust to a different climate, a different atmosphere, a different group of things. And so when the time comes for you to adjust, do so with a smile on your face, because you're ready for it. You have been, I say, you've been trained, you've been molded, and you've been prepared for the next level. And when it's time for you to get there, adjust to it. Be great, be fabulous, be wonderful, and don't be afraid to be you because you can't be duplicated. There's a lot of people out here, but nobody can be you better than you. Your position, your place is just for you. Make the adjustments accordingly. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your all day long prayers. Oh my gracious, your love for me. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much for it. I need you now. If you enjoyed this, just give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Every comment I really appreciate. Blessings to you every day, all day. Light and power given to you, and I pray that you make adjustments for your life to be better. This is Jenny Oya with Nuggets and Things. You have a marvelous day. Let your light so ever shine and be exactly where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you're supposed to do because you are you and you're good at it. Blessings.